We are the world's biggest Sega nerds. We absolutely love and adore all things Sega.
So the most obvious thing in the new version of the game is all of the characters drive around in vehicles that can transform. And they can transform into a boat and into a plane. So throughout the race you come across water sections, you come across air sections and land sections.
The thing to understand is when you make a racing game like this and you've got different vehicles, is each surface needs certain kind of things.
Yes!
The road surface, obviously you can drift around and things like that. And that stuff doesn't particularly work very well on water because the water is very reactive and you're trying to work with the physics as it goes. And so the water sections tend to need to be slightly different and we'll take a slightly different route through the level. And then again, when you get to the plane, when you're flying, you're actually traveling a lot faster. So that again needs a slightly different route. So when you build a level, you end up almost building 3 tracks into one.
These are fully functioning physics models basically. So we've got proper flight, we've got proper boat handling with waves and jumps and all that sort of stuff.
The thing with the vehicles, what we've tried to do is reference, you know, if there's a game where it's got elements in it we can reference, we'll try and do that. But sometimes, you know, there's no real water play in a lot of old Sega titles, so we've had to design something new.
We've been able to look at classic Sega games which may not have fitted some of the other all-star games that we've done in the past. Because we're doing water racing and we're doing air racing as well as land racing, it means we can look at arcade classics and games from the Dreamcast which featured a lot of flying, for example. So we've got a Panzer Dragoon level where you actually fly around chasing the Blue Dragon. We've got a Monkey Ball level where you can also go on water as well. We've taken a slightly different approach in the music for this version of All Stars Racing. It's important to us that we keep the classic music that was with the original game, but we've remixed it this time with Richard Jakes.
I love working with Richard Jakes. He is by doubt my kind of favourite composer. And this time I've been given the chance to basically get him to come in and we've sat down together and he's really kind of driven the choice of music to some extent. You know, we've given him suggestions but he's kind of said this is the right thing to do, this is the wrong thing to do. And because of the dynamic nature of the game, we wanted the music to reflect that. And so what we're doing is a real kind of dynamic musical mix.
For each of the tracks in the game, we try to make it so it's as you remember the game as opposed to actually how it is. So what we have to do is take the essence of, say, Panzer Dragoon. So, you know, we reimagine what the Blue Dragon would be like if Panzer Dragoon came out today. So we take a very basic low poly model and then we work very closely with the people that originally worked on Panzer Dragoon all those years ago and we rebuild all the assets from scratch so that it looks like a AAA racing game.
God, how can I describe it? It's just fresh, it's not been done before. And this is why it's exciting, and this is why I think people are going to love it.